Shelton.
What?
You know what today is?
Huh?
You know what today is?
Thursday.
No.
Oh, it's Friday!
2025 and we're all the way live. Yo, it's Freestyle Friday. Put this thing in overdrive. So your 9 to 5 is over and you gave the man your 40 hours. Get to know what's better. Let this live be your happy hour. Catch us on the trip, flying, driving on the ship. Flip on over to our channel, catch a clip, cop the tip. In the meanwhile, check the profile and the lifestyle. Come back on Fridays, have a combo, call it Freestyle.
All right. What's up? It's your favorite couple.
No, you gotta do that right. Come on.
Okay, let me get it right. Okay.
You sound ashy. Do it right.
I said ashy.
Yeah, drink some
Oh my
lotion and
gosh.
run it back. Come on.
What's up? It's your favorite couple. I'm Shelton.
I'm Key.
Hey, girl. Where we at, Key?
We're at home.
We're at home.
We are at
Can you
home.
believe it?
Yeah, so we are here on a Friday to talk to you guys about our experience at Celebration Key. Yeah.
Not Key, like K-E, apostrophe. Not
Whatever.
Okay. But anyways, hey guys, we're here. We have some special guests with us, some celebrities.
Yeah.
First, before we even get started, shout out to everybody that took the time out to, number one, be in our live stream for the Celebration Key videos and just rocking with us, watching our videos, supporting us.
Yeah.
We already have 26 people in the building.
Right.
Let's add a million to that. That's 26 million to that number. Yes. So shout out to everybody that's here. First, want to get a shout out to my brother.
What up, Mike?
That's my brother. He got a channel right now sitting at what, 65,000 subscribers.
You probably at 6,500. You know, so Mike.
And believe it or not, guys, I'm steady getting phone calls. I got spam risks calling me.
But one thing for sure, they're consistent.
They're
Nobody
consistent.
Else checks on us, spam will.
Spam will check on us. They're checking on your boy, on us. So we got of course we got travel with PWB. We got DT Cruiser.
And not wait a minute, you said PW.
Oh, let me. My bad. PMB.
You just want that
I am.
for the weekend. Huh?
Ready for the weekend. That's that W stand for weekend. Sorry about that, guys. We got PT Cruise in the building. What's that? PT. Oh my gosh, I'm tripping. Okay, you want to go ahead, take over. Go ahead, take over.
No, come on, you got this.
We got DT Cruise in the building. Our fam. Shout out! Thank you so much for being a channel member.
Right, and for being here. Yes. We have, what's it say, Miss Sapphire? I can't really see.
Miss Sapphire, she said, "Good evening. I'm new to your channel. I really enjoy your content. Looking forward to catching a cruise with you guys. God bless your endeavors."
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And God is definitely in our channel.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you for checking us out and watching our content.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Antoinette at Fun.
Hey, friend. Thank you for being here.
We got Cassandra McCoy. Hey, welcome in.
Thank you for being here.
Happy Friday.
Oh, yeah.
We got Jaretha Parker in the building.
That's our Texas fam.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. And thank you so much for being a channel member and rocking with us. We got 32 people in the building. Don't forget to share this live stream out. We definitely want this live stream to reach millions and more.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling with the rally.
Hey, fam.
Thank you so much for all your comment and support.
Thank y'all for being here.
In just a moment, I'm going to bring our special guests up in just a moment. I'm going to read a couple more comments here. We got Trina Staycation. I like the last name.
Staycation.
I need to get that last name. No, I need vacation. Vacation and staycation. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for being here. We got JO8 in the building. What's up, Cruise Cousin? What's up, fam? Thank you so much for rocking with us.
Thank y'all for being here. And yeah, we really appreciate
members.
Y'all. Yes.
Yeah, we got
the traveling type in the building. Thank y'all, fam.
We got Ann Spence.
We got social couplepreneur in the building.
Yes, we do. We got social couplepreneur in the building.
And thank y'all for being channel members. We appreciate it.
Yeah. We got Parkers on the go. Man, you never late. You never late, fam. You never late. You pulling up. Parker. Thank you for being here.
The famous Parker.
Baby, hit the intro.
We got
hit the intro, baby. You got to hit the intro.
the award win. No, the Meet and I award winning. How many times? Let's say 10 times.
10.
Meet and I award winning. The #1 wing reviewer. The honey bun eating. The clutch my pearls one eyelash Siobhan. Always on the go, who took a little time to visit with us little old people. People. We got the pockets on the go. Yo, you get one of these.
Yeah. We got Scott in the building.
We got Scott, the #1 controversial cruiser. Welcome in.
We got P-Way in the building. Thank you so much, content creator.
I can't even say yes. Thank you for being here. First time. Thank you
so much, fam. Okay, we got Phil Logan in the building.
We got the famous Phil.
All right, guys. I think I made it to the bottom. Can't wait to hear this. Yes. yes. Y'all crazy. You so crazy. Like that more than Gina. But hey, guess what? I do have this couple that I'm going to bring up. They're very similar to Martin and Gina. They're very similar to Martin and Gina. So stay tuned. I think I'll probably bring Cole out here. I'll probably bring Cole. Y'all just stay tuned, guys. I'm so excited. Figures doing. Hey, just keep the chat going. Keep the chat going. We love the engagement. I wish everybody figures do that. You know, I'm trying to make that mistake. That's engagement for algorithm. Shout out to them. Oh, I think I got Oprah.
Superstar who just entered backstage. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
We're not ready.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. How may I? Yeah. Yes, for real. Look, forget all of this. Hey guys. Yeah, I got Cole back here. I want to bring up first, right? Martin.
Not Martin and Gina.
Yeah, let's bring up Martin and Gina, guys.
Not Martin and Gina first. Bring up Cole.
Oh yeah, let's bring up Cole. All right, guys.
Hey, Carmlin. Welcome in.
Yes. All right, guys. We got 40 people in the building. I want to see 40 likes. Let's make that happen, guys. Let's make. Oh, hey, man. Hey, we're gonna get to that comment. We're gonna get to that. Hold up, Jerry. Hold up. You shooting fast. But hey, I'm about to go ahead and bring up Cole. What's up, Cole? What's up, Paul? PMB. Oh, let me unmute you, Cole. All right,
how's
guys.
Everybody? How's the chat? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Thank you for being here.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. You know, we just got off the cruise together, and we're going to dive right on into everything that took place. But guys, this is Paul here.
Right, but before we do, Paul, can you go ahead and tell them a little bit about your channel?
My channel is Travels with PMB. I do hotel reviews, cruises, all-inclusive resorts as well as restaurants. And so anything that I do and travel, I will showcase it on my channel. So if you haven't subscribed, come on through.
Yeah, be sure to check him out, you guys.
Yes, indeed.
All righty. Now you ready to bring up Martin and Gina?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bring up Martin and Gina. You guys gotta love this couple here. And the content itself doesn't even give you guys the full scope of it. This couple is so dope.
Oh yeah.
And their name fits now. Right. But anyways.
Let's bring them up. Welcome in. The traveling type. Hey.
What did you just do, James? You just hit something. I saw the hand move. That was a controller or something. But anyway.
Can you stay in your lane, sir? You all over here.
We're not doing that yet. We're not doing that yet.
That's the helicopter.
Oh.
So
see? Okay. So we're starting already. Okay.
So can you guys just go ahead and, tell the people just a little bit about your channel?
I'm Tracy.
I'm James.
And we are the Traveling Type. Our channel is all about traveling, whether it's local or across the pond somewhere, all things travel, you'll find it here.
Oh, yeah. And when they say travel, you guys, they travel. Yes, they do.
One day they're here, next day they're over here.
Right. So and not just cruises. They're always just on the go, going somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, there's our goals.
Oh, yeah. So now we got room for Oprah?
Yeah, we got room for Oprah. We got to make room for Oprah.
Oh,
man.
Because we got Oprah in the building.
Oprah.
All right. You ready?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Jokes tonight. I love
it. I am saying. You guys are not ready for who we got.
All right. Y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
We ready.
Drum roll.
Hey, Carly.
Hello.
Oh,
Go ahead,
There it is.
go ahead,
you-
go ahead.
y'all have to be like the ultimate hype people. I gotta remember this. Like
Let's
y'all
go.
stay sizing people up.
Oh my God.
But I mean, hey, guys, we got Oprah. I mean, hey,
Ah,
solo cruiser. Come on now.
Gosh.
Come on now. Carlene, why don't you just go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell them a little bit about
You don't
your
really need it, but go
channel.
ahead.
You know.
Just go ahead.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Carlene. My channel is See with C, where I do a ton of solo travel, both land-based and cruising, and got to hang out with all these wonderful people on screen over the last weekend. So happy to excited to like talk about that experience with you all. Thank you for having me. And hey, y'all.
Yeah, thank you for being here. She cleared her busy schedule for little old
Yeah,
us. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're in debt right now. We're in
we're
debt.
not worthy. We're not worthy.
Right. We got her. We got Cole in the house. We got the owners of all these islands in the house. What? What's the something right?
Right. That's our Antigua's plug.
Right. Okay. So let's go to the question that JOA had at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
JOA asked, "Did Carnival seem any different? Did it seem different to you all?"
No, not really. Not at all.
Also, if you could tell us when the last time you saw Carnival prior to this trip, kind of give
Us?
people some
For
yeah.
everybody.
Everyone.
For us, it's been
A year.
a year or so. And to me, the sail away party was pretty much the same. However, I feel like they did try to control the crowd a little bit as far as twerking and things like that. I think they tried to make it more family friendly because they created a circle for the children to dance and showcase their skills versus having the adults in the middle of the section doing whatever.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank you
okay.
for that.
Okay. What about you, Paul?
I think they still brought the fun. I didn't feel like they were holding back on the fun. Like they was turning up for the embarkation day and the sail away party. I was looking for the wobble, so I didn't hear the wobble baby song, and so that was a lot on people's minds. Are they getting rid of songs like Wobble Baby? But throughout the cruise, they just had a mix and a blend of things, and I overheard somebody speaking to the DJ, and one of the questions were like, "How? What are y'all doing? What are you changing up the music? Are y'all really doing that?" And DJ's response more or less was like, "We're just going to adjust the playlist." And so we're just going to change up the playlist, and they had some Latino music there. They still had R&B. They still had hip hop. And so when people are saying, "Where's the hip hop?" They're getting rid of hip hop. Hip hop was still there, guys. And so they still brought the fun. And so and then everybody's song, what people were looking for, boots on the ground. There was a line dancing on the Lido deck, and people was popping out their fans, and they was bringing it. And so I just felt like I didn't feel less like they took anything away. That it's like, this ain't fun anymore. Like it's not like it used to be. So I still had fun. I thought it was still a blast.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that, Carlene.
So the last time I was on Carnival was literally doing the same ship in March with the Lush Cruise hosted by Parkers on the Go, or Siobhan Parker, who I see is in the chat. And so I'm literally comparing, I guess, almost apples to apples. I don't remember any major change, and I sailed March around spring break just to kind of qualify this a little bit. So that would be similar to like the height of the summer, height of spring break. I didn't notice any differences, honestly. It's interesting now, I guess, in hindsight, they didn't play Boots on the Ground back in March. At all. They did play other trail riding music, and people definitely, but now that they like officially announced it, I kind of was more in tune to what was going on. But it wasn't anything memorable of a change with Sail Away. And no memorable like changes with music or anything. So I think Carnival's still the same. Literally same ship, just a few months later. It's just, I think that my guess is now, I guess thinking back to March, I believe that they actually announced the changes, which made people more in tune. So when they said, "Oh, this and this may not be happening," I was like, "Oh, that's why Boots on the Ground wasn't played in March." And then they went full throttle with Boots on the Ground in July. However, they were very intentional about when they played it. Literally, if you've been on Carnival Conquest, it is the most crowded, the best Carnival celebrate that I've ever encountered, because it's literally an older ship. Everyone's packed on the Lido deck, so they really don't have an opportunity. Like, I would not bring the clack fans out on that first day, because that is an opportunity to get clacked in the head. Whereas it made more sense to bring it out on the C day, because it was more spread out. Not everybody was on the Lido deck. So I just think that Carnival started making these changes, but they started making the changes with more, I think, intentionality, thinking about the the dynamics of sail away, where everybody's really excited, versus the C day when people are going to be spread out. So I just think all these changes were happening. It's just that they kind of codified what the changes are, and it made us more in tune to what was going on.
Right. Yeah. And I agree. Yeah, with everything that everyone else said. It was literally the same. The last time we were on a Carnival ship was last summer. We were on the Firenze with the midnight cruise. And this time, like, we didn't really notice a difference outside of no wobble, no swag surfing. It was pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And like Tracy said, excuse me, they did create that little kid circle, because I mean, normally we would see the Cat in the Hat come out, but it's like they stayed out there for a little bit longer this time. Or thing one, thing two, one of the characters.
Yeah.
They were out there a little bit longer this time than they usually are. Yeah. So you got anything else you want to add?
No, that's pretty much it. It's Carnival. It felt like Carnival.
It did. It really did. Yeah. And so we want to welcome all the other people who came in. We got MH Family Adventures. Hey, Raquel.
And I know that she just got off of a cruise, her group cruise.
Right.
So she's making it home and selling.
Yeah, she was on our sailing as well. And then she did a back-to-back. So yeah, safe travels. Yeah. Oh, she said she just landed back home. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much for
being here. We got Maggie in the building.
We got Maggie in the building.
Maggie.
Does she love your Celebration Key content?
We'll be on the
Monday. So excited.
Okay.
Yeah. And make sure you guys check out all of the content creators here.
Right.
I know that Sia with C, so that she got off the ship. She went back on the ship.
See, that's why she's over. She went to work. She went to work. And then you got Martin and Gina, they went to work. You got Paul, he went to work.
Yes.
He was live. He was walking all over Pearl Cove.
All over.
Get that content.
Yes. Let's see who else we have before Key coming with the next question.
Oh, we got Lee Jr., who's speaking to James and Tracy.
Speaking with James and Tracy.
Oh, yeah, we got Big Murph in the building.
We got Big Murph in the building.
We got a lot of folks in the building. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Remember the voice you met in Port Plata with DT Crew. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, it's Patrick. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Hey,
Patrick, the voice. Yeah.
That's the voice. And he really has the voice.
The voice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, we encourage from the DC area as well, encouraging him to start a new channel. So be on the lookout for his channel.
All they do is right.
That's how they do it.
Traveling type. They just travel. We got travel. Yes, we see you in the building. Hey, thank you so much for being here, for all of your support.
We got everybody speaking with everybody.
We got My Cruising Family. My Cruising
Family.
My Cruising Family is in the building. Yes, we sailed with them on MSC's World America. So they're starting to release their content. Make sure you guys check them out. Yes.
Shout out to the 52 people in the building. Don't forget the thumbs up the live.
Right. And we got Team Reese in the building.
We got Mighty Team Reese in the building.
Hey, fam. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being channel members.
So we're going to go back to the, so let me ask you guys a question. Before you even stepped foot on Celebration Key, was it everything that you expected? You know how you go like, I'm not really sure. I'm just going to go to get this content. I really want to know, like, was it what you expected?
Like when you first like stepped foot or laid eyes
like
on it.
You heard about it. You like, I don't know. I want to see it for myself. I want to start with traveling type on that question here.
It exceeded my expectations. Because I'm a Coco K fan, I was wondering how it was going to compare. But I think Carnival did a good job. I was pleasantly surprised at all of the food options. I know people were talking about, it's only one meal and things like that. I felt like the food portions were large enough that I didn't even care that I couldn't go back for more. I like that they had so many different daybed options and the shade and things like that. So I feel like if I was traveling with kids or even without kids, I could enjoy it and the kids could enjoy it too. So to me, it's a thumbs up for me. And I look forward to what is still to come since this is only the first phase.
So as soon as I got off the ship, you know, in our video, the first thing I said, it gives Coco K vibes. So, you know, just looking at it. So that was a, you know, gold star just starting off. And then once getting there, I liked how everything was laid out. And to me, one of the biggest thing were the workers there were so friendly and down to earth. They were just, you know, they were happy to see us as much as we was happy to be there and see them. So, you know, just the whole layout was great.
Yeah, facts.
Gotcha.
What about you, Paul?
So I went there open. So I didn't go there like looking for the negative or anything. I just wanted to go there open to see like what this was going to be about. I've been to other private islands, Half Moon Cave, you know, there are other private islands. So I was just open. And at first, when I looked at it from the ship, I was unimpressed. I said to Rockwell MH Family Adventure, I was like, this looks a little small. Like, you know, I was looking like, oh, I could probably walk this in a half an hour. Oh, I was so wrong.
Oh, no.
It looks small from the ship, but once you start walking, when I tell you, I had my rag. I'm glad I had my rag on me because I edited that video tour down, but it took me over an hour to walk through that whole thing. And I was really impressed with it when I got off. I like the fact that right away. I like the fact that they provide the tram, right? And so I like the fact that they provide the tram, and the tram goes often, and it goes to every section, each portal of the place. So if you have mobility issues, you don't feel like walking, you could use that. Then I feel like it was just so easy friendly in terms of how to get there. Once you get through that plaza, to the right is the family friendly. To the left is Calypso. And then you have to do a little bit more maneuvering to get to Pearl Cove. Lacona is straight ahead. And so I feel like it was like you didn't have to. I felt like I've gone on private islands and I'm like, where is this thing? Like you're looking at signs and it was just so easy friendly to be able to get around that it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to Calypso. Go to the left. Oh, where's the family friendly? Just go to the right. Literally is so easy. The biggest one, as I said, it was just to be able to navigate through to get to Pearl Cove, which was kind of a little bit more off in the distance. And so, but I thought it was beautiful. I love the fact that unlike other islands, you have to rent umbrellas. Every place was beautiful. The chairs was beautiful. So many different umbrellas. The pool area, the freshwater pool. So it was fresh water when birds was drinking water from the pool. It's fresh water. Everywhere they was like, oh, I'm gonna take a sip, and they was like, okay, let me just, they were like predator, they put their head down, like, all right, like, is this real? Like, this is really fresh water. I can like take a sip from this thing, and so I just thought it was beautiful. So much space, especially I love the fact that we were the only cruise ship there. My only worry, my only concern is when it gets to the point where they have 4 cruises at one time, and especially they're trying to make it for that Excel class ships are going to be there. How is it going to be, and how crowded it's going to be? But I was very impressed with it in terms of what you can get out of it. And then they had so many food options if you wanted to as well, and so it was not limited. Yes, we don't get the free buffet. So if you go there, don't look for the free buffet like you get for Half Moon Cave. So some people are disappointed that they may not get the free buffet. But the fact of the matter is there are so many options. You do get the stipend so that you can get either like something free, or if it's like an elevated restaurant, you get, I think, 25% off. And so therefore, and as Tracy said, they do serve you. So it's like, that's what I was worried about too. Like you get something and like, this is it. Like, this is all I'm going to eat. This is all you giving me. But I was impressed. I thought it was like such a beautiful place, and I'm glad that I was able to go.
Okay, yeah. So let's get Oprah's opinion. You know,
Oprah.
she's been everywhere. So
Yeah.
let's see what she thinks about it.
So I will say it exceeded expectations, particularly with like Carnival's rollout of the I don't know if they shot it on a bad day. I think it was an overcast day, and we even encountered that where like storms like it was going to move in around the midday, and then they didn't move in. They just kind of pushed their way out. Because if you see it on a sunny day, it's beautiful. But if you look at like those IG, TikTok, like the official Carnival one, not the Bahamian people did a better job of advertising it than the Carnival, because they just had it one day. They go like, okay, we got to shoot it with the Hallmark guy and get out. But similar to like Paul, my first scoping it out was from the top of the ship, and immediately I was like, oh, like early morning, 7 o'clock up there. Like, okay, what does this have to give us? And I would say my first impressions were like, this feels like Grand Turk, right? Where you pull up right next beachside, except for it's Grand Turk with covering. So at least Carnival gives you Grand Turk, like, you know, the covered walkway. There's immediately trams there. So I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all nailed it with that, because in the documentation that they gave us in our stateroom, they were saying 7 to 10 minute walk, and they were saying the trams are only for people who need them. However, it was not a 7 to 10 minute walk. I've seen people clock it on the internet for like 4 minutes. I know Corey from Midships clocked it at 5. So I was like, okay, cool. There's trams available. You can walk it. It's really short. It's, you know, less than anticipated. Then when you got there, I was like, okay, the sandcastle, even when we were on board, they beamed in the opening ceremony onto the ship on the Lido deck. And so I was still looking at that sandcastle like, this looks weird. It looks better in person. Something about that sandy looking color. I don't know. It looks very off in video, but when you see it in person, you're like, this makes sense. And then similar to Paul, like, I'm like, okay, once you get in there, it feels much bigger. So I started, I think everybody went left. I went right. And I didn't think I made it through like halfway. I cut through the middle because it's bigger than it looks. I have to give it credit though, because I know everybody wants to compare it to Coco Cay. I will say with Half Moon, with Celebration Key, you can at least go to multiple portals throughout the day. Whenever I go to Coco Cay, it feels like, all right, if I go to Hideaway, I'm stuck in Hideaway all day long, and that's the only thing I'm able to experience. If I go out to South Beach, I'm stuck out there. That's the only thing I'm able to experience. You can literally experience all portals in the day without a significant like hike. Where I think that gives them the leverage on that. But it definitely, I think, exceeded my expectations in regards to the look, the feel. Those lagoons are beautiful. I am a water baby. So I love like the pool aspect. I love that you can walk right. You can go pool to beach immediately. Again, everybody wants to compare it to Coco Cay. You cannot go pool to beach in Coco Cay that quick. And although it's not heated, because the sun beams into that lagoon, it's not a heated pool, but it's like, it's not that shock where you're kind of like, am I going to get in the water? Like I jumped in the water a couple times without even thinking about it. So it's pretty comfortable, plenty of chairs. Now, all the hypotheticals related to, what's it going to be like with 2 ships, with 4 ships. I think that's going to be for Carnival to figure out. I would imagine it holds up to 4 ships, but I don't know if they're ever going to when will they all overlap? Like I've even seen people say, well, oh, our ship won't get there when they go. Their ship's going to dock from 12 to 7, where we came in, 8 to 4-ish, so there are going to be people who won't even be there for the full lunch, where they'll probably eat lunch on the ship and then come back down. So that's something to be mindful of too. Like maybe it won't be all 4 overlapping, or people still have the option to go out to Freeport, because those excursions were actually nicely priced. The actual Freeport excursions, Carnival nailed it with the actual price of Freeport excursions. And there was another point that just kind of left. Or you can stay on the ship. That's always, because I will say, as a person who got off right at 8 to get that content, I was able to get back on the ship in the middle of the day. If you like exploring your ship, Celebration Key is going to be the place to explore your ship, because when I say that whole ship was empty that day, it was empty. So I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine, but it definitely exceeded my expectations, because it was so much questioning about like, what is this? And then the visuals that Carnival actually released weren't that great. So it exceeded my expectations.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to say something.
I think Tracy is going to say something.
Okay, hold on. Okay,
And
now.
in terms of when the 3 and 4 ships come, I wonder, are they coming after phase 2 is complete? So that gives more room to spread out. So that may help with the more people as well.
This is true.
That is so true.
Yeah, and so for those of you who don't know, that Celebration Key does have phase 2, in which they are planning and they are developing, so that will be coming out soon. And you got something you want to add on?
I mean, I want to say it definitely exceeded my expectation because it was much more like a mystery. I didn't do a lot of research on it, so I like to come in with a fresh look. And I'm right along with Carlene about the castle. I'm like, this looks kind of cartoonish. This don't look, but I got to remember that arch, that big old arch. You know, that iconic arch was kind of blocking it. When I saw it, man, I'm like, oh, it doesn't look bad in person. You know, so I'm really it's huge, guys. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
It's huge. Well, about 67 acres, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's huge.
Because I know when I was reading, like I did look up the size of it. I'm a numbers person. I wanted to know what I was, walking into without looking up too much information because I wanted to be, surprised. I wanted to go in open minded, as Paul stated. And when I saw the numbers, I'm like, whoa, this is way bigger than Coco K. Mm-hmm. But like Paul, when we arrived. And we actually went up to the Lido deck to look out. I'm like, this looks so small. I thought it was supposed to be big. Maybe they're still developing. Maybe they'll have all these, this acreage once they finish phase 2. But once we got out and started walking, well, actually, we were granted a tour. We had someone who took us on a tour on the train. He took us throughout the whole thing. And I was like, we're supposed to be able to walk all of this. This is a lot. It took like a 10-minute tram. It seemed longer than 10 minutes, but it was, and this is without him stopping. And he was just going like at a deep, not slowly. He was driving at a deep because we were the only people on the tram. He was going. And I'm like, oh my gosh, been driving for a long time. So we wanted to pause for a second to say, thank you to all the people who came in before, after we started. I know I saw Evolving with Etta. Thank you so much for being here, for being a channel member. Keisha H, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for dropping those links. I think I saw those scroll by. And to anyone else, I know I saw Big Merce, and he's in the building. Thank you for being here. And to everyone else, we really do appreciate you. And the people that we currently got on screen, we got Carlene from See It With C, and we got PMB, Travel with PMB, which is Paul, and we got the traveling type in orange and white. Right. So make sure you guys tap into them, and they all have content on Celebration Key. So be sure to check them out. Now, if you did not know, Celebration Key has 5 portals. Those are 5 different areas. You have the Paradise Plaza, which is where that Sun Castle is. That's what you see as soon as you get off the ship. You have Locono Cove. If you continue through the Sun Castle, you will be there. That's where you go shopping. Then you have your Starfish Lagoon and Calypso Lagoon. But one area that I know that we all experience, the 5th portal, is the Pearl Cove Beach Club. And this is the one portal that you have to pay for, because we got lots of questions. People are making the assumption that you have to pay for like all of them. No, you don't have to. Pearl Cove is the only one. So I want to know, everyone, like, what was your, like, when you decided to, go to Pearl Cove, were you like trying to compare it to Hideaway? Did you go in open-minded? Did it live up to your expectations? Like, what are your thoughts on Pearl Cove? And for this one, let's start with Paul.
Once again, open-minded. And so initially I just did the access, and then I realized that they did have the all-inclusive option. So I upgraded to the all-inclusive option because I just want to see how everything was, the service level was. And in general, just based upon the look of it, I just enjoyed myself. I think this is the first time it was a pool. This is the first time I went in a pool while on a cruise. I've never been in a cruise ship. I was in that water, that infinity pool. It was just so great. I love the area. The service was good. They were so polite there. So if you're looking for an area, like, they were so polite. You ask them for a drink, or they also would bring food. If you wanted the food, they would bring it also to where you were sitting. And so I enjoyed the area. Don't look to turn up at Pearl Cove. So if you're thinking like it's going to be raunchy because, it's Carnival and, it's adults only and it's exclusive, unless it changes in the future, don't look to be, turning up at at Pearl Cove. It was just really relaxation. And after doing more than an hour trying to tour that place, I was ready for a lounge chair somewhere. And so they try to give you like, you know, elevated experience in terms of they had the type of lounge chair they had the towel for you. And so it was just I thought for what it was, just in terms of relaxation. I have more comments, but just for the relaxation part of it, I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. All right. Carlene, what did you think about Pearl Cove?
Uh-oh.
I saw you come in there real quick.
I'm just gonna say thank you. I enjoyed it.
I saw you come in there, Carlene.
We got you.
No, but you know what? What was really nice of them, because I saw Corey from Midships walking out when I was walking in, and he didn't have a reservation for it. So I guess maybe maybe they were flexible. Saying he probably said, "Oh, I'm a content creator. Can I just come in and just kind of like review it?" And so it was nice of them to kind of like be open to content creators who may not have necessarily have purchased it, but knowing that you just want to be able to view it, and so that was nice of them.
So they were very open to all the portals. If you asked them if you could go film the cabanas or whatever, as long as there were no people that were in them, they was letting you go inside and get recordings of it.
That's good.
Oh, yeah. So James and Tracy, what did you guys think? Because I know you guys were there when we got there. You were there when we left. And I'm just kidding.
Really? So we did the all-inclusive. We wanted to get away from the little people. So we did that. As for the drinks, it all depends. So when we were sitting in the chairs, they took our information.
Mhm.
But when you go up to the swim up bar, they just kept giving you drinks. So it all depends on who was giving you the drinks.
I will say though, all of my drinks were strong.
Yeah.
They were heavy on the pour. So even though we had 10 a person, after 3 or 4, I was like, I'm done. They were that strong. I did like the loungers. They were, Paul's like, no.
Not mine. They were weak.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know what you had. I had several margaritas and rum punches, and maybe the rum punch was too big. It was like this. And
You should have did the gin and pineapple.
Oh, okay. And there was something else I tried in the restaurant. It was just like I didn't even get a buzz. I was like, okay.
And our server, I asked her if I could get water, right? Because after all the drinks, I needed water. She was like, no. She said, you got to pay for water. They want you to get drunk here.
Really?
Like,
because
okay.
My server gave me water. Like we asked for a bottle of water. I guess it depends on the servers.
Yes.
We asked for a bottle of water because it was hot. I was sweating. I was sweating up because they probably had mercy on me. They probably had mercy on me because like I hold on to eat. So after walking that aisle when I got there, they was like, "Oh, let's give this child some water because he looked like he about to die." And so they gave me a bottle of water, and so I was like, "If you want," and they asked me, I think, "Oh, you want some water? Yeah, can I get a bottle of water?" And so I guess it depends. I don't know. Like
it all depends.
I guess it does depend. And back to the comments about how big the park was. By the time we made that circle and got back to Pearl Cove, I had gotten in 6,000 steps. So from the ship to around the park was 6,000 steps in just that hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, we had the entrance package. So excuse me, they gave us a drink when we first entered, and that was our only drink. But once we entered, and you guys know, like I went and sat in a lounger, and Shelton went walking around. And so one of the servers did approach me, and she said, I can get you drinks, I can get you water. Just let me know what it is that you need. So she was like kind of offering the water. I didn't accept anything because I'm like, we're trying to be on a low budget experience here, But and like you said, it depended on who you asked. Now keep in mind, everyone, we were there the second day in which they were open, so they still had a few kinks to iron out. Yep. But so now let me ask you guys this, and anyone can answer this question: who do you think Pearl Cove is for? Is it for anyone? Like who do you think would be better suited for that particular environment?
I think an older crowd trying to get away from a lot of noise and music. Not to say that Pearl Cove doesn't have music, because they did. They had a DJ back behind the pool. I don't know if you all saw him, but there was a DJ there. I just think it's a chill vibe. So anybody just going to chill Pearl Cove as of right now, because it is still new, it could change based on the ships and things, but I think it's anybody that just wants to chill.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So have you guys, I know that the traveling type have been, if the others have been to Hideaway, how would you compare Pearl Cove Beach Club to Hideaway? Because that's the question we always get.
So I think the comparison is the Hideaway vibes are free on Celebration Key at Calypso at Long Neck's Bar.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to Long Neck's Bar, that is your Hideaway experience. It's a DJ booth right there. There's a swim up bar. There's like a stage for people to dance, interact. The music is a little more upbeat. I did notice Carnival, at least while I was there, did not like it was more up tempo, but like it wasn't the 99 or 2000s. So I will say at least you get a Hideaway vibe for free on Celebration Key. Now, if you want the Pearl Cove, it's truly that relaxation. It's what is it? The Royal Caribbean Beach Club? Is that the Royal Beach Club? What's the thing?
I think so.
Yeah, I've never been in there, but it seems like Pearl Cove is that equivalent, but better music. You get the R&B. They pretty much play like R&B, smooth Caribbean. I saw the DJ like bringing his equipment in, but when I was in there, it was basically like R&B vibes. I think you can make it fun. Like there was a bachelorette party in there. If you bring like a group of, let's say like 10 of y'all are selling together, 20 of y'all are selling together, and you just enjoy each other's company. You want to like talk and eat and drink. And you can make your own vibe in there if you have like a big group. Or even like just 5, 6 of us, that was cool. But if you want like the tunes and the more like the DJ is right there, then go to Long Necks at Mingo's in Calypso Beach. And that area is just free, and that's the more elevated kind of vibes. So
yeah, I totally agree, because we saw a group of ladies over there. I guess they were just vibing. They had what they call limbo. They were doing a limbo in the water. They were just having a good old time. So it was probably some other folks probably joining in and everything.
But even when we were at Pearl Cove, this is what was strange though. They I don't know, James, Tracy, Paul, if you guys saw this, but someone actually had a champagne bottle and they went around pouring champagne in people's mouths in the infinite pool. Yeah, so it's like they were trying to take it up a notch, but the music was not there. You don't get that type of vibe there. So like they said, if you want that exclusive, more quiet, more serene vibe, then yes, Pearl Cove Beach Club. But if you want that, like Carlene said, that turn up like a Hideaway for free, Calypso.
Now, James and Tracy, your all-inclusive package included food, right? Now, Paul, you elevate your experience to the food as well. Can you tell us about the menu and what type of food you received at Pearl Cove, and how was it? Yeah.
So James and I both did a burger, and it came with potato wedges. And I also did a Mediterranean tray, which had hummus, tzatziki sauce, and pita chips. And you also got dessert, but we didn't try the dessert. I think they had a chicken option. What else did they have? But the food was good.
The burger was big. So I would say I was totally full. I didn't need another meal or anything like that.
And I only could eat half of my burger. I didn't eat any of the potato wedges. They were seasoned nice, but it was just too much food. The service was good. It was quick. Now, the one thing I will say, my only issue, we had to swat bees everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm allergic to bees. So that was a huge concern for me.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And when we say everywhere, even the swim up bar, when we were eating food, they were everywhere.
Throughout the entire island,
Yeah.
not just Pearl Cove.
And it was so bad. Like when I was on the ship docked, they were coming over to the bees were flying over to what is it called? Red Frog Rum Bar because so yeah, they were. It was a lot of situation with the bees.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't encounter them on the. I encountered them more on the ship. It was weird.
Oh, well, it's because they tore down
lot.
all of the trees and everything.
Right.
So, you know, they're gonna be there.
Yep. Now, what about
I know.
you,
I read something today. John Hill responded about the bee situation, and he said they're taken care of. Which I know bees are. We want to keep the bees from pollination, but not at our beach clubs. So I don't know what that means. Taken care of.
Right. Okay. Now, that was the food at Pearl Cove. Paul, did you try the food at Pearl Cove?
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
Not good.
Oh.
What did you have?
All right, so everybody could get the hummus, right? So Tracy had talked about the hummus. So everybody that was like the appetizer. So everybody had that if they wanted it. The tzatziki, the hummus, the pita chips. The pita chips was hard as a rock to me. It wasn't thin. It wasn't like thin pita chips. It's called pita chip bread, and so it was a little bit harder than I'm used to when it comes to pita chips. And then then they had an option where they could have the sushi bar that was for an additional cost. So I skipped that and went to the entrees. And so they had elevated food so he got the wagyu burger. There was lobster on the menu. So there was different items on the menu. So I got the roasted chicken, and it came with potato wedges and scallop and asparagus. So I was trying to do the healthier option, right? So the chicken it said with herbs. It was seasoned, but dry. And so it came with like some gravy or sauce, and then I had to and it was a big piece of chicken, so I had to try to doctor it up, and then they came and there was two choices of desserts, there's baklava and chocolate cake, and so I tried the chocolate cake, love chocolate cake. And I've never had an experience with it because it had some raspberry sauce on it, overly sweet. And I usually love like chocolate cake. That's one of my favorite desserts. And so I kind of, edible, but hitting the mark, for me, in terms of that. So yeah. So I mean, I was kind of like, all right, it was like I could. But since it was edible, like I tried to eat the fish, but I was pouring gravy on gravy. I was like everything to make that chicken go down my throat. I was like, give me another drink. That thing was it was a little tough. It was a little rough for me, and I didn't want it. It was such a big piece. I didn't want these cruisers, they come and waste food. I don't want this the service talking about me. So I was like, I'm gonna try my best to eat this chicken. And the wedges was like a little soft. I like it a little fried, a little harder. So they were like, they were like softer to me. But that was my experience with the food. I thought because of that the food could have been better. But Tracy, she did say that the burger was good. But I'm so like finicky with burgers. Like sometimes it's like, is it gonna be dry? Like, is it because sometimes I have to doctor up burgers when I go someplace. I should have probably just had the burger.
You can't go wrong with those.
Yeah, I just should have tried the chicken burger. So that was my experience. So with this is the elevated. That's why they have lobster on it. So they have a specific menu for those who do the all-inclusive package. So it's an elevated menu, and so that was on the menu.
Yeah. Wow. So unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to try the elevated experience. We decided to go to Alanese, and we went over there, and we utilized our sign and sell card, took advantage of the free option. She got the chicken tenders, they had the Bohemian hot chicken. Oh my gosh. That thing was good. I mean,
Yeah, and so there were other food trucks. So for those of you who are listening, we do have a plethora of options. It's just that where we were, because we knew that we were like running a little short on time because we got there a little later. We didn't pull a Carlene, we didn't do a James and Tracy, we didn't do a Paul. We got there a little later. So excuse me, because of the time, we wanted to pick something close. And the food trucks that were in close proximity to where we were, they had options, but I was afraid. I know someone asked if you could customize some of the things. If you know me, I'm very picky. I rarely eat only certain sauces that I eat. And I was so afraid that if I had picked something and said, hey, can you make it without this sauce? I was afraid that they were going to mess it up. So because of that, I played it safe and with chicken tenders. And they were fried, right? You know, they were very crispy. But taste-wise, it's not like, oh my gosh, I have to go back to Celebration Key to get some chicken tenders. No, they were just okay.
Yeah.
But you loved your sandwich. Right?
Oh, I enjoyed that sandwich.
Right.
It definitely put a smile on my face. They they actually had like I know they had like jerk tacos and some other they had tons of food.
It was seafood that Peter was talking about. Yeah, they had
tons of food. And that's one thing if you think about Royal Caribbean, Coco, Perfect Day, they had options over there at Celebration Key. They got a lot of options.
Right. You just couldn't like try a little bit of everything. You picked your entree.
They threw me off by having donuts. I was like, who would think about donuts, you know, on the beach?
And in regards to the donuts, you can trade in your food voucher and get like 3 or 4 donuts instead of a lunch.
Right. And we ran into someone who actually did that.
I don't know about
that. Yeah, so what they did, they had lunch on the ship. And when they got off the ship, they went. And so like one person got lunch. One person in the cabin got lunch and the other person got the donuts. So they were able to share the lunch that they got. That was like their appetizer. And they got the donuts and they were like, I wish I would have just waited and just ate out here and just not got the donuts. They didn't say that the donuts were bad. They were just impressed with all the options because a lot of people are under the impression that you were only going to have burgers.
Right.
So, yeah. So now
I have to give a shout out to Carnival for the systems. I was thinking because like if you go to MSC's Ocean K, right, you got to stand in line at the little snack shack. You get up there and it's like you said, hot dog burger. Even with Royal Caribbean's Perfect Day, you know, you got to wait, get the mozzarella sticks, whatever. There's a screen like you order it.
Yes.
You wait for your number to be called, I guess, and you go. And I thought that was a dope system to kind of, you know, no lines, because when people get hungry, you know, they get a little cranky. So I appreciated the technology of you can order from the screen and then you can, you know, wait for your number to be called or pick up your order. I do agree. Some of the items are so like just diverse in taste that you're like, okay, if I don't like this, you know, could I take it back and try to get something else? Or, you know, like it's so many options that you want to try, but I guess you just have to pay, you know, the fee for each one. But it's kind of like, you know, what is my choice? I didn't eat on the island. I actually just when I was editing out a guy's burger. So I probably should have gave my card to one of y'all but I at least peep the menus. The menus are pretty extensive, and it's going to be hard to make a choice for that credit to use. And then the upgrade, the 25% off options. There's a variety of things you can try. It's just gonna be like, how do you get down? It's gonna be interesting to see like who's gonna be able to, even content creators, like you're not gonna be able to review everything on the celebration menu, so we're never gonna know.
It's too much.
Right. And I had a question. Sorry to cut you off, Steve, but because I'm greedy, I wanted to know, okay, we paid for our lunch, right, in Pearl Cove. Did we have a voucher on our Sail and Sign card to eat? We did?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what
Oh, we
were
could have
told.
ate somewhere else.
That's what we were
That's
told.
real
You
Yeah.
know, maybe I did for Carnival is like, can they do kind of like how Epcot does food and wine, where it's like I want to taste, you know, so maybe I can buy a couple credits or something like that.
Yeah.
And do a taste of Celebration Key package or something like
that-
that, because you do
yeah.
feel really locked in, and it's a whole lot.
Right.
A lot
And
of
it's like
options.
decisions. When I tell you there are so many options, and I don't mean just a chicken burger here versus a chicken burger here. No, you got a chicken burger, you got tacos, you got all types of seafood, you have all these. I mean, just
The
different.
surfing, what they call sauce and brews.
Right, just
Yeah.
some barbecue.
Barbecue, yeah.
There's so many different options. So it's like, yeah, what do you pick from? Okay, so Parkers on the Go had a question. They said, what's the one thing that surprised you all most about Celebration Key, good or bad? Or good, bad, or ugly?
For me, some of the beaches were rocky. So I would just say make sure you have water shoes. I hate a rocky beach. So that was it for me.
Yeah.
For me, the ugly was the bees, but for the good was being there at the Pearl and seeing this couple walking on the beach, holding hands, looking in each other's eyes, kissy. It was like the romance. I was like, and I looked, it was YFC. I saw the love. I was like, oh my goodness, look at that. It was so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh. The whole time walking up the beach, had the violin playing and everything.
Oh my
I was like, oh my goodness. Y'all got it.
Oh my gosh. I was gonna say, okay, I'm gonna rebuttal to that.
Oh my gosh. Carlene?
I'm gonna try to say something different than what I've already said. Again, Carnival undercut itself with some of the visuals. The pool noodle was not the dollar store noodle. It was actually a bigger one.
Yes.
Why the hell did y'all put that on your app? Like, this is the stuff that starts the shenanigans. It was actually, I mean, I still would not rent it. I would bring a hammock. I literally have like a $10 hammock that I buy from Amazon. You blow up one end, you can just sit in it. They say that they'll let you bring it into the lagoon. But if the pool noodle was bigger, it was not the dollar store noodle. It was like a thicker situation. But I don't know why they put that on their site. So I justice for the pool noodle, but still don't buy it.
What about you, Paul?
So I just love the space. I feel like if you go on Celebration Key, because usually on Half Moon Cay, I usually get like a clamshell, right? I would get like a clamshell, and that would be like where I would stay for the duration of the day. So I love the fact, as I said before, that all the umbrellas are available. I think that the umbrellas are not that big though. So if you're trying to share that umbrella, so clamshells, you're covered all the way. If you're trying to share the umbrella with two people, after a while the sun adjusts, and so therefore one will have the shade and one won't have the shade. So if that would have been good, if they would make the umbrella just a little bit bigger for when the sun comes and adjusts as well. No ugly, because I thought it was beautiful. Sorry. But the one thing I also was looking at, I thought that the sandcastle was a little small to me. And so I thought that, it's right now it's $14.99 unlimited. And I was thinking, like, why would you want to pay when you got slides on the ship? Right? And the slides on the ship seems bigger, and like, why would you want to pay $14.99 unlimited when you just go back on the ship and just like go on the slides all day? And I was just thinking about the size of that, and I was like, when you have 4 ships in port, how is that going to look? There were really no lines or anything of that nature. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was going to say by then, hopefully the water park will be set up and everything by then.
And as a mother, I say a lot of times them kids want to be on them slides simply because it's there and they see it. Oh, mommy, I want to do the slide. So for $14, I'm going to be like, okay, fine, go. Just as a mother, that's my thought. But I do understand free slides on the ship that are better.
It also depends on what ship you're on, because Carnival's had
Oh, that's
Carnival
true
had
too.
one slide.
Oh, that's
Just like,
I would
right.
hope that possibly, like, whenever they expand to whatever the what is it called, section 2 or phase 2, that maybe the sandcastle slides will be free, just so kids can have an option, you know. And I get the line, like people were saying that the line was getting long. But you know, they're kids, like they got good knees, they can go stand in that. And then if you want the more elevated slide experience, you know, maybe go to the water park. So I'm hoping maybe the slides will become free in the future. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem worth it again for the 14. But I can see, like, you know, a free slide, kids wait, you know, once or twice in a long line. Now they get to, you know, be in that line for an hour. You can have your drink, you can have your food, you know where they are, you know. And then if you want an elevated experience, maybe there'll be a water park. So we'll see.
Yeah, I gotcha. I know for me, the logistics of everything, the layout. I mean, like we said, they had a few hiccups because this was only the second day, but to know that, okay, like they said, I could go to the right, I'm at Calypso, go to the left, I'm at Starfish. Everything was pretty much walkable. I love that aspect of it. One of the best, I wish, like even at Pearl Cove, the loungers, I'm happy that they were included. I'm happy that they came with an umbrella, but there was no table. So like when we came in and we had our welcome drinks, it's like, where do we put our drinks? Like there are no tables there.
That is true.
And
That is
so,
true.
yeah, and the ugly part for me would be like what you guys have already mentioned, the bees and the rocky beach. I did not like the rocks on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
I
beach
didn't,
is
I didn't
not,
experience Rocky Beach though.
it's
Really?
rocky.
Yeah, I mean,
And there are signs that say, particularly right off the side of the pier, it's not my favorite beach. Like Half Moon Cay has a beach. It's not my favorite beach because I like a beach that I can see around me.
Yeah.
It's a little cloudy. I mean, it's definitely Caribbean water. I'm not sure if it was the day had more chop or where it is on the side of the island, but like Half Moon Cay, you can, if you're out there like paddle boarding, you can look down 8 feet of water and you can still see the bottom. This one is it's not murky. It looks just like Grand Turk. That's all I can say. Like it's not nasty water, but it's not that pure clear water like Half Moon Cay is, if that makes sense for you. At least not the day that we went. Because I know Keith, we were kind of staying out there and I was like, I'm ready to go back in there because I can't get around.
well, there's parts of Half Moon that are rocky. Like the last time I went there was a area where was really, I guess, to the right. When you get off and you go to the right, I went that, and that area is really rocky. Like literally, you would walk off and you have to be careful to get cut. Like if you don't have the proper shoes on. So I guess maybe I had sandals on, and then once I got to the by the pool, so maybe I didn't really feel the experience of that, you know, the rockiness on the beach like that.
Yeah.
Okay, J.O. is basically asking, are the drinks costly at Celebration Key?
When I looked at the menu, they were anywhere between $15 and $17, depending on the drink.
See, didn't you have some drinks there?
Yes. So
Okay.
yes. So I had a because I wanted to stimulate the economy. So I was like, you know, and we were sitting in Mingo's because it was just one ship. Like it's so many workers. Like it's not Carnival. Carnival does not bring their staff off from the ship. There's nobody that lives at the destination. They're all Bahamians. So because it's one ship, they were literally just like so many people standing around waiting to help people. So, you know, I was just kind of like, let me, you know, we were sitting under the shade of Mingo's. We thought a storm was coming through. So I was like, let me not hold up this lady's table. Let me try to order something. However, I will say when I got my bill, it didn't knock the wind out of me. So I had a I live in DC, so I'm used to like the drinks being up and stuff. But I ordered a pina colada and I got a shot of gold rum, dark rum. There we go. And what I noticed was, and I would say the flat out price I believe was about $42. Yeah, it stunned me. But what I will say is, because it's the destination, and when I got my bill, because I also had the drink package on the ship, what I noticed was Carnival only on my bill was the liquor, but there's 2 taxes. There's a VAT tax, there's a Bahamian tax, I believe, and then there's gratuity automatically charged. So the 2 taxes and the gratuity, it seemed like went to my server, or not the server, the 2, went to the Bahamas. Carnival is taking a cut for liquor. So it would have been like two $15 drinks, but because of the 2 taxes and then the auto gratuity, it ended up being a more elevated experience. So I just had those 2. I also will say Carnival is selling tumblers on empty tumblers. I want y'all read between the lines, okay?
Right.
Carnival was pushing empty tumblers the whole C day before we got the celebration key.
Yes.
Okay, deductive reasoning, right?
Right.
It was only $9.95. So, all right. So that was something, you know, just to, you know, so that got me through like 3 drinks right there. And then I stimulated the Bahamian economy for a couple more. So yeah, I will say the drinks are a little sticker shock. But I also will say something that's been irritating me that I gotta get out my spirit. Everybody keeps saying that the Royal Beach Club in Nassau lets you use your drink package. That is not correct. Royal Caribbean just packaged it better than Carnival. So when you go to the Royal Beach Club, the option is your drink package plus I think a $52 extra charge if you want to extend your drink package for that day on Royal Beach Club in Nassau whenever it opens. I'm imagining it's going to happen in the other ones too. So, and Royal does dynamic pricing. So I want to level set because it's the whole, well, Royal? Yes, no, they're doing the same thing. It's just Royal packaged it better. So kudos to Royal for the packaging because it sounds, it's a lighter blow, right? Oh, buy your drink package and for another $60, you can have unlimited drinks. So just want to let's set that level set. But yes, I guess in summary, that was a long way of saying yes, the drinks are expensive.
Now, was the drinks good though? Were they strong? Were they good?
I would not get what I had. So literally, it was that the pina colada. Don't do a frozen drink. If you are going to pay that much for a drink, baby, get you something on the rocks and tell them hold the rocks. Get you some liquor. So don't do that. I wanted a nice fresh pina colada for, you know, just the flavor. It was not a fresh. It was literally like the frozen, like what they have on a ship. So I thought it was gonna be a little different. No. So I would, if I had to do it over again, I would definitely get something like a what is it called? The Bahama Mama, a Yellow Bird. If you like your fruity Bahamian beverages, those are a couple options. But don't do, if you gotta pay that much, do not do a frozen drink. Nope.
Yours had a little flavor. Mine just tasted like I was just drinking ice water.
And I added the shot to it, and it's still like y'all with me.
Yeah, but Traveling Type said they was about to get drunk on their stuff though. I don't get it.
Well, I am a lightweight.
Tracy
so.
was.
And they had unlimited premium experience, right?
Yeah.
So that was different for me going into Mingo as a free bar versus they did the all-inclusive 180 package. Like I would expect, I want to leave out drunk. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Someone asked, does anyone know the drone rules for Celebration Cruise?
No, not offhand. Sorry.
I don't even think we paid attention to it. We have a drone, and I don't even think we looked into it. We were just trying to get there.
Yeah, we're just trying to get there.
Unfortunately.
So don't know that answer. Sorry.
That one, yeah.
What is the one thing you wish you would have done after you left? That's a good question. I mean,
for us, get off early like everyone else did.
Yeah, I wish we could have got off earlier
when it was a little cooler because we got off late. I'm sunburned, like I literally have a burn. So I'm paying for that. So I do wish we would have gotten off a little earlier.
So we was there from 8 o'clock to 4:30, but I wish we could have got off a little bit earlier.
I don't think we got off till like 10, well after 10ish.
Yeah.
That's when they brought the red carpet out for you guys and walked you out.
That's because y'all flew it over there on your private helicopter.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I wish I would have known I had that voucher on my sailing sign card because I would have tried some more food.
Oh my God.
I think the same thing. I wish I knew about the voucher, but I think I just want to experience the Pearl Cove experience. It would have been nice to kind of check out like Calypso and see that vibe, but I wanted to be engaged in Pearl Cove and get the full experience before I left. And then I left around 3 something, then I was able to go to the Kono Cove and then get some shopping in before I went back to the ship.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back and not have to work.
Yes.
Yeah, I just enjoy it. I think I would definitely eat on island or on, at destination a little more, or would have I would have ate. And I probably would have swam a little more. I didn't even bring out my little hammock thing. So I would have probably just hung out in the lagoon longer.
Totally agree. I think I want, what's it called? Aquabana? Aquabana. So I kind of just want to experience the full island. We just kind of jumped around.
I wanted to be in the lagoon.
Yeah.
That part. Yeah.
I think their next mega ship is coming out. Is that 2027?
I think it is.
27.
27.
Tropical.
Okay, right there. So those of you who have been to both Celebration Key or Coco Cay.
I mean,
I'm letting that answer first. Yeah.
They're both.
Okay, Carly, she says both.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, because they're different. It's like, one thing you have to remember too, Coco Cay is Royal's private island. Celebration Key is Carnival's private destination. So it's going to be a little bit different. So yeah, if you can experience both, go to both.
Yeah.
And plus Coco Cay has been around much longer than Celebration Key. So it's well established. Everything's hashed out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess the true apples comparison would be Half Moon Key and then Coco Cay, and then that was because they're both private islands. Yeah, but I think everything gives you like a different flavor and flair. So even like the itinerary MH Family Adventures went on, her group, they did Celebration Key and Half Moon Key. And you get something different where I think again Half Moon has a better beach, so I would probably just be out on the beach all day. Celebration, I think I want to be in the lagoon near the DJ, eating, drinking, that kind of thing. So for me, I don't, or anyone, I don't know, it depends on like, do you want to mix up your vibe or do you want to just do the same thing over and over again? I do know it's a whole talk of like people for some reason are scared to go to Nassau or they're scared to go to, free, I don't know, maybe it gives them an outlet to go somewhere that is not with the native people, but I don't know. It's kind of like, well, why are you traveling? But because that is my worry that all these private destinations and islands it's going to be an impact. Of some sort, because usually, it used to be you get dropped off. Granted, Freeport doesn't have a lot. Granted, Nassau now has expanded. Nassau has this big, beautiful cruise port. What happens when everybody decides we're not going to go down into Nassau? We just want to sail so we can be in this island branded by this cruise line. Are we? Is it? But I guess also depends on what your vibe is. You want to vacation? You want to travel? I don't know. It's up to you. But it's just kind of, it makes me think like, what happens when we all of a sudden, like, the native, the actual feel of where you're supposed to be going changes, and it's like we're creating all these. Cozumel will now have I should have a beach club, but like they're all going to have something that's going to take you away from what the original was. So what is the impact? And that's kind of a hypothetical question, or maybe we don't care because folks can be predatory. Who knows?
That is true.
Wow. Cruising Capers, thank you for being here. We hope you enjoy that next month. You guys will be there. Wow. So this says, how is the food prices on Celebration Key? Is it worth the price?
I think the prices are fairly priced.
They're pricey. If you just look at the menu outside of the island each day, is like some of the prices were a little elevated, but we were told you get huge portions. So you should get what you pay for, huh?
And at some of the restaurants, if you went to the sit-down restaurants, they were giving you 25% off as well. Now, if you are going to buy extra food, make sure you bring a credit card because not every place will take that sailing sign card.
And they were saying Visa. They kept saying Visa, Visa, Visa.
So remember that, you guys. Yes, remember
that. Kind of factor that in with your cruise price.
We could get around the food thing, right? Like, make sure you have a great breakfast before you get off the ship. If you wanted to, go to the deli, get you like a sandwich from the night before, maybe like a cold sandwich, nothing hot to bring on the ship. So, so if you feel like you need extra food and maybe that's just not cutting it for you, this way, like Carly went back and had lunch on the ship, and came back. It's not like, I mean, I guess depending on how many ships are there, it's not like I gotta save my seat, right? It was so much space that you didn't have to hoard a seat. Like, you could go back on the ship, have lunch, come back, and then like, oh, I still have like a seat by the pool or on the beach. So there's ways around if you do not want to spend too much money on food. After you get your voucher and there's like, okay, I need more. Let me just go back on the ship real quick and come back, or just bring something with you to the beach.
And I feel like your whole day could be free. You don't have to pay for chairs. You don't have to pay for food.
Right.
You can go and have a nice day for free.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
This is true. This is true because people were saying like you had to pay all this money. They weren't feeding you. Just all of these rumors, and you guys, yes, you can have a great time without spending any money at Celebration Keys. You really can. To be honest,
You just have to prepare.
Right.
And even when I went to Coco Perfect Day, I was just going back and forth to eat, knowing that I had that option. To be honest with you,
Right?
I was just going back. Okay, let me go get one of this. Let me go one of this because it was good. But truthfully, when I went to Island Eats, I ate that one sandwich. Carlene was a witness. I ate that one sandwich. I was good for the rest of the day. I was good. I didn't have to do nothing else. And sometimes we just continue to eat because we have that option. But it was straight.
And the hardest part was trying to make a decision.
That was the hard part.
Because we were low on time, we just went with what was nearest to us. Yeah.
Together we traveled was on the Vista.
Oh yeah.
And they recently, they was the first ship. So he pretty much said, I walked in Pearl Cove without a reservation. They were champagne toast. But then later on, I realized I'm not supposed to be there. So that's cool. So there's a lot of content creators that's going to be there coming this weekend. Shout out to Mill and SC. They're going to be there this weekend. Tomorrow. Actually, we got me tonight. That's going to be there real soon.
We have Carnival Cruise Addicts. They'll be there Thursday, and a few other people who'll be visiting soon. So yeah,
excited for them.
This one says check constantly for price change at Hideaway Beach. Ended up paying $62. Is Carnival the same for the adult section? And so when we went, last time we went, the Carnival could have dynamic pricing. We paid $79.99 per person, and that was just the entrance. So with that came a welcome drink, and that's all you really got. So they have 3 packages, so it just depends on your level. You can get the entrance package, you can get the package that includes the 10 drinks, and you can get the all-inclusive package, which is what they had, that includes the welcome drinks, you get the 10 drinks, and you get a meal at the restaurant. So it just depends.
And remember, there's a couple of adults options too. I can't remember who asked that question. So you can Pearl Cove is yes, adults only, but if you don't want to do Pearl Cove, you can still do Calypso Beach and area too.
Yes. But I think there's a difference in the age. I think Pearl Cove is 21 and up versus the Calypso side is 18 and up.
True.
Right. We found that out later. Yeah, we found that out later.
Right now, there's conflicting information on the website because for access, the website says 18 plus. If you get the option with the drinks, it's saying 21 plus, and if you get the all-inclusive, it's saying 21 plus. So I guess they're trying to say that if you're drinking, you need to be 21 and older. But I know Rockwell from MH Family saying that when they go there, they're saying 21 plus. So there's some working out with the information that they need to say. And Calypso, one of the things I think we were kind of confused about, it's saying adult friendly. And so I went to Calypso. I was walking through when I was doing my tour, and I was like, "What's this kid doing in the pool?" Like, I literally asked somebody that. I didn't show it on. I didn't. Why is this kid in the pool? Like, I want to know. Like, should this kid be kicked out? This is Calypso. And so, oh yeah, well, it's adult friendly. But when you walk around, there's literally like it'll be like a red area, and it says 18 plus.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
even within Calypso, I guess if you have a kid and you still want to bring your kid, I guess it's adult friendly. I guess they're trying to say they won't have the activities for children like they would have in the other area. That's the family friendly, and then within that there's 18 plus specifically as well. So it's like, so there's some gray areas that like we didn't understand. Why is it adult friendly? Why is it family friendly? Why isn't that just saying all adult only? And so these are the verbiages that you'll see. So if you see a kid in Calypso, just know it's adult friendly.
Just tell them Paul said you gotta go.
You gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
Go to the family friendly side.
Listen,
Right.
some lady definitely flashed something. So I mean, have your kids over there if you want to.
Right. And then it depends on the people, because we know someone told us that kids couldn't go over there. So again, when we went, this was only the second day that it had been open. So they were still working out all of the details,
Yeah.
So yeah, so they're trying. And then we had someone else to say, well, they can. The sun is what splits it. So if you go to Mingos, there's a big, like, where the DJ is, well, what's that, the little fun thing? They said it's split. On one side you can have some kids, the other side you can't. So many different things. But hopefully they'll work that out.
Right.
Look, my cruising fan, please tell me somebody tried to seafood crunch something from the ocean.
No,
Sorry.
you should. But
Not this
Tough
time.
choice.
Yeah.
so, guys, if you can do this thing all back over again, what would you do differently? Anybody can take that.
Well, I guess since next time that we go there, we won't have to worry about getting content. We could really enjoy all the different portals and take our time to enjoy them instead of just trying to get the content. Because by the time we did that, then it was like time to relax.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Oh yeah.
I think I would spend more time in the lagoon. Now that I've experienced Pearl Cove, I want to experience the lagoon.
Yes.
Yeah, I would definitely probably post up, put my stuff down, definitely eat at one of the specialty restaurants, and yeah, probably those two. Post up.
I think if I went there multiple times, I would probably just chill in Calypso and by itself, and then maybe I would just get like y'all did, just maybe the access and have the access there, and then maybe another time, and then like go off and then come back, and so kind of switch it up to see how the experience differs from time to time.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think we'll definitely take it much more easy, because we did go live. We did try to get the content. It was a lot manageable, but having that freedom, I think we probably would have did a lot more.
Yeah, spend more time at the lagoon. That's what I really wanted to do. And I know someone asked this question. This is what someone that we talked to at the destination told us. They did not prepay for Pearl Beach. But once they got there, they were able to go to the excursions desk and purchase it. So during our sailing, they were allowed to make their purchase the day of. Not sure if it's going to continue to be that way or not. So if you're considering, okay, wait, let me just go. Can I go and check out the lagoon first? And then if I feel like that's not my vibe, can I just pay to go to Pearl Cove? It was allowed during our sailing.
But you know what's curious about that? They kept on pressuring us to say you have the night before. Remember, they kept saying 10 o'clock the night before.
Right.
If you want to go to Pearl Cove, you gotta book it. And I think maybe that was just like maybe them trying to pressure you, because now you're saying that you could get it right there at the reservation desk. I wonder if it was more money on the island. I wonder if it was the same price, or is it more money? Because now you're getting
I don't know, because we I just ran into some people. They're like, no, we bought it today, and I didn't ask that question about the cost because I didn't want to, be in their pockets or whatever. But it was good to know that they were. And now it could have been because maybe they didn't reach the quota that they had imagined that they would have reached. So it could be a time where you have multiple ships in port, and that may not be an option because it's sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That excursion desk and guest services is so big.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's
Oh
like
my
I feel like
God.
this is a statement because if they didn't want you to buy anything there, it wouldn't be so massive and it wouldn't be the first thing that you saw. Because it's like
Right.
literally you come off and it's right
Yep.
there. So
Yeah.
clearly they want people to use it. It's there for people to use it. They know people are making last minute decisions because it's huge. Like it's a whole guest
You
service.
can't miss it.
You can't. And I mean, it's just like huge.
Yeah. And it makes sense because what if you are there, there's multiple ships at that time, and like us, we were not traveling with kids. You get to the lagoon and it's full of kids. Then you have the option to say, I think I want to go on over to Pearl Cove.
Yeah. And that's hopefully it'll remain. So yeah. Okay.
So, Travel Box with Angel asks, did they have ice cream? Yep. Right by Starfish Lagoon.
Yes. And
Yep.
it was not free,
Not at all.
Not free at all.
Not at all.
but they do have it.
Yes.
Wait to get back on the ship.
Right.
Yes.
Give for free. Beat everyone back in that ice cream line. Okay.
I do have a question. Can you guys tell the times that the parade goes on? I think you guys mentioned it was like at 1 and
3 or 3:30.
Yes.
3.
Yes. So 1 p.m. and 3 p.m.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen or heard, they have a junk canoe parade where they just celebrate the Bahamian culture, and it was fun because they were turned up when we were there. But it goes right through Paradise Plaza or where the Sun Castle is, and it happens at 1 p.m. and again at 3 p.m. So you want to be there to check that out because I know.
How did you know about that? Because I literally was in Lacono doing some shopping, and then I saw the parade, and it surprised me so quickly I couldn't even get my camera out that quick. So how did you know about
YFC had the hookup. YFC had the hookup. They brought them in, had them up on the chairs, carried them in.
Celebrities, we know.
Yes.
YFC got to meet the boss, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So when we arrived, like, okay, we did take the tram. So we took the tram from like the ship to Celebration Key. Everyone else got off, and the driver just I don't know why he just offered to take us around the destination. So during that tour, that's when he informed us about the parade.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that parade, what you guys thought of the parade? Well, for those that saw it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was nice too, but it was so quick. I literally came out the store and I was like, oh, okay, what's this?
No, you missed it then. Yeah.
So I saw a little bit of it. They was already coming into Lacono.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know other cruise lines do the Junkanoo rush out, but I would say this is the most authentic I've encountered. So like the true, you were in Carnival, December in Nassau. This was, or like, in the Bahamas, this is like, I mean, and they encourage you to, join in. It was like a whole second line for you New Orleans people. Like there was a whole second line in the back of it. Just don't be a Rudy Poo because this one guy, he like cut between the line. Don't cut between the performers, y'all. For their safety and then, to preserve the costumes. Just wait until they let you come behind them or on the side of them. There'll be pretty opportunity to engage. Or pretty much like by the time they went around, it was a whole group of people marching behind them and engaging in the rush out. So I think it's pretty authentic experience.
Totally agree. You probably saw me in somebody's video. Just kind of get into it because they were they was letting loose, really letting loose. So I had a blast.
Ooh,
I think there was cameos in everybody's video. A little bit of cameos. I was like, I saw videos like, oh, there go me, oh, there go me again. There I go.
Question.
Okay, we got the mighty
Sydney Stephan. How did the K drink package work against if you had the ship drink package? Was the limit 25 between the two packages? So
they're separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's separate packages. So your ship package worked on the ship. And then for the Pearl Cove, you work at Pearl Cove, the 10 drinks. When you purchase the 179, price for the Pearl Cove,
or the 139,
or the
you still get it.
139.
So the one that we were talking about, Sydney, it's not applicable throughout the entire destination. It's only at the Pearl Cove Beach Club. And so if you make that purchase where you can do the entrance plus the drink, that's $139.99, and you can have 10 drinks at that location only. So if you leave Pearl Cove Beach Club, which you can leave and come back. You can't just go anywhere else and get a drink at the destination. You have to consume them there. Or you can pay the $179.99 if you're a baller like James Tracy, and that's what they do. You would get your 10 drinks plus you can eat at the restaurant. So again, it has nothing to do with the ship's drink package. And we saw, I was actually responding to your comment earlier. What they were allowing is, like, let's say if Shelton wanted to do the all-inclusive food and beverage package, which was $179.99, he could do that. And I could just do the entrance package. So you didn't have to do the same thing. And again, that's when we went. So you could have purchased two separate experiences and enjoyed at your level. I hope that helps.
I'm curious. I have a question for Carlene. So they said that because you had the drink package, they said that anytime you get a drink with the card, it comes off of your 15. So did it come, those two drinks you had, did it come off of your 15? Because you didn't do the all-inclusive at Pearl Cove.
No, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't check. So I would think like it would be a problem if like you were coming off the ship like trying to get wasted. Because I drank enough that it was like I know I was nowhere near my 15. So I probably had 3 drinks on the ship, 2 drinks when I got off the ship. I got back on and probably had another couple. So I was like 7 or 8 for the day. Okay. The bars don't open on Pearl Cove. I'm not Pearl Cove. The bars don't open in Celebration Key till what was like 9:30 or so. I'm not sure if there's an early bar, but I would say like as a person who had the drink package, unless you have some intentionality, if you want to knock them all out at Pearl Cove, that's going to be your only issue. But then same, like you can't, Carnival lets you go over 15 drinks anyway. I don't know. I mean, because it's a conversation of price versus intoxication, right? Yeah. So it's like, yes, price wise, maybe I should want to add a couple more drinks, but then it's like, how sloshed are you about to be on these people's ship? So for me, I didn't drink enough that I was counting my drinks. But I can see if you're going there with the intentionality of like, oh, I'm gonna start from 9. We gotta be back on the ship at 4. You might encounter an issue where when you get back on the ship, you have reached your 15. And then that's kind of up for you and your liver to decide, you know, is this a good choice or not a good choice? And then like, shoot, the next day we were off the ship. So that's the only thing. It's like, what are your intentions? Are you going to try to if you're trying to get hammered and you go for all 15, you're going to end up sobering up on the ship. So that might be an issue, but you only can do 15 in a day anyway. So I don't know.
And it was too hot out there to be doing 15 drinks.
Well, on Pearl Cove, I didn't feel like they had a real way of tracking you anyway. They asked for your card one time, right? I guess maybe that was just to put you in the system. But if you had drinks by the pool, drinks on the beach, drinks in the restaurant, somebody wasn't asking you for your card all the time. So that's why some people said they even probably went over 10.
Could have been,
and
yeah.
So therefore it's not, you know, so that's why it's like, you know, that's why it could probably be considered like 25 because they're not truly tracking your drinks while you're in Pearl Cove. You have that package, and then you go and you still have the all-inclusive on the ship. Because they asked for my card one time, and I was in the restaurant. They were starting me over from 1. I think I already had some on the pool. So this is your third drink. I already had stuff on the pool. Like they weren't. I don't know if they don't have the system to kind of like track everything.
Possibly since it was fairly, you know, brand new. But at the swim up bar, all they looked at was the band that you had because it was 3 different types of bands, and they looked at the band and then they just were giving you your drinks.
Give you drinks.
And that might be why it's 21 and up versus Calypso is 18. Like you're 21 and up, we're gonna let y'all kind of vibe out a little more in the drink department. Whereas Calypso, if we do 18, it's kind of like, all right, let's figure out a way to regulate this a little more because a lot of people technically are drinking ages anyway, 21. So maybe that's something. I guess it's something for them to explore. I also will say I did not see anybody. I won't say they weren't, but I didn't see anybody come back to the ship like Cozumel trash. I mean, people were definitely, you know, turned like, you know, the young lady in our, but it was turned in a good, you know, but she wasn't like sloppy. Somebody got to wheelchair her out kind of situation. And some also think that what is it called? That walkway, I don't remember any guardrails. So you got to like be able to get yourself down that pathway without falling in. So maybe it's because Carnival's thinking about liability. Where Cozumel, you can go out, you can drink, come back. You got to work that long period because it's Carnival has to have some kind of liability related to it. But that's the only thing they have to think about, like how much fun can you have at Celebration Key and then get back on the ship and can you continue to have fun? And are people going to encounter that as an issue? But as a person who was drinking pretty constantly, I didn't run into it. But if I had the whole like if we had started like 9:30 and went to 4, I can see like if I was hanging out with my cousins, I would probably have hit that. Maybe 10.
Gotcha. Okay, so what is this? Wesley says, do y'all think it will be overcrowded at Celebration Key with 2 ships at port? Personally, I think it depends on the ship. So if it were 2 XL class ships, there's a possibility, like if the Celebration and Mardi Gras happen to be there at the same time, maybe. But like Conquest and Glory were there at the same time, and I didn't hear anyone complain about it being overcrowded.
Right.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a few more, and then we're gonna come to a theme.
I mean, it's so many places to sit and be.
Yes.
Like, I mean, and we gotta think too. Like, sometimes we just get those lounges just to have somewhere to put their stuff, and they're not sitting, you know. And that's where like y'all use the lockers,
right?
Yeah. So I can imagine, like, it's just when I say it was just chairs upon chairs, chairs between the beach, between the lagoons.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I want to see it to capacity. I just can't imagine. It was so many places to sit.
Yeah, when we went to guest services on the ship, we were told that the lagoon itself holds over 4,000 people.
Oh,
can you imagine if the lagoon can hold 4,000? That's what they told. Over 4,000 people can fit in the lagoon. Just imagine how big the place is.
So it could possibly hold all 4 ships eventually.
And depending on the size. Said, this is just section 1.
Yes.
Right.
And I still can't process section 1. We got to figure out where to put our stuff. You know, like with at least 3. I don't see it. I don't, because I will say they really thought out like how to make everybody comfortable. Because even if you don't get a lounger, they let us just sit at. Now I can see them possibly changing this. They let us just sit at the restaurant for free. Like, you know, like we sat at Mingo's without having to order. So you can sit at the specialty areas and just kind of chill. They don't make you move. I mean, I think they probably want you to sit and order something so you don't hold up your table. There's just so many places to be.
Right. So many.
But Pearl Cove is limited though. I think they said 250 people. So that kind of gives you that little really feeling of exclusivity, especially when you have more ships at port. So it may be possible that more people will just try to do the access, but they have that feeling of exclusivity there. So that can sell out. But as they said, everywhere else, you should be able to find something.
Yeah, I definitely.
And if you're really worried about it, just get off the ship early as possible and get your space. That's it.
Right, right. So Big Mercilite said, in your opinion, why do you think Carnival went for creating a destination versus another private island?
Because nobody wants to go to Freeport in its current state.
Yep.
Like Freeport, like the actual Freeport. And where is the staff out because nobody wants to get off the ship. So they needed an alternative for Freeport. And then of course the subsequent is the stimulating the economy. Like if I have left Freeport once, I did like a little quick jitney to like a little strip mall, and even the strip mall is you don't want to go over there, and not in a bad way. It's just like, why did I do? You know, I wouldn't go back, but it wasn't bad. But as you're riding through Freeport, like you still see her old resorts that have never been revived, hurricane damage. So it's like Carnival had to provide a destination that was an alternative for Freeport. So it's kind of like would you rather go to Celebration Key or would you rather go to Freeport in its current state? And I'm taking Celebration Key every day.
I know that,
but I think since they have Half Moon Cay, I don't think they would want to do another island anyway. If anything, they would renovate that. Like they're trying to do even more, so that more ships can go to relax away, like they're calling it now. And so, and probably it's more money to like, okay, now we got to get another island. Then you got to purchase the island, and then on top of purchasing the island, now we have to build a whole area. So this way, it's like, okay, it's free for it. You just get the area that you're going to do. So I guess maybe a little bit more cost effective. I'm thinking as well. Even though I'm sure this probably billions, millions. About how much it would cost to do this.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're probably also running out of islands.
Yeah.
Like how do you like MSC is building literally from stand up, building an island across from Ocean Cay. And I will say, like the Caribbean islands got some of them, like, I don't know what the appropriate word is, but shafted for some of these island deals, right? You're renting your island for 30-year contracts and you're not making a whole bunch of money like you should be making off of this. I posted on my video, it was so many Bahamian people saying, we appreciate that the government, signed this deal. We appreciate you highlighting the economic impact, because what it would be was like, oh yeah, we'll lease you the island for, X amount of dollars. It's a 100-year lease. And then see like, how much they make versus, so A, I guess supply and demand, and then B, economic impact, and then C, don't nobody want to go to Freeport in its current state. But you can go to Freeport from Celebration Key. There are excursions that are, you can buy an excursion, and they're actually well priced. So you can get an excursion that takes you into like the Freeport area and explore. You can with ATV, you can do another beach club that's not Celebration Key. So there are options if you want like a more authentic Bahamian experience. And if you want pool and beach vibes, then you can just stay at Celebration Key.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're gonna start to wrap this up. But DT Cruiser, we want to thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. You didn't have to. Thank you. And Travel Yes We See said they also are selling the Viva Club all inclusive off campus for $130 for adults and $110 for kids. Okay. So someone said go to Starfish Lagoon. And that's the one that we passed by. We didn't spend a lot of time there because we were like, okay,
we don't have kids.
We got a camera. We don't have kids. People get real finicky. You walking around their kids with cameras. So we didn't stay there too long. But if you are interested, I know that Phil and Dee, because they did have the kids, they were there. So check out their live stream and also check out their video because he did do a walking tour as well. Yes. Let's see who else we have.
Shout out to Travel with Ron.
Yes, hello. Thank you for being here.
Got the almighty Damien in the building.
Damien and Quanda. Hey, fam. All right. How often do y'all do this live segment?
Oh, man, we used to go live every Friday.
Or every other Friday. And then it started the first Friday. Then it just depends on our work schedule. So just stay tuned because if we do go live, we will post an announcement. So make sure you have your notifications on.
Yes, definitely do
that. Because our work schedules are kind of hectic. As soon as we got off the ship, we had to go right back to work.
I don't know if we spoke to Social Couplepreneur.
Yes. Hey, and, if we didn't.
Thank you for all the members for being in the building.
So, okay.
Trying to take a solo cruise next year. Now, I do want to do a shameless plug. I don't want to put Oprah on the spot, but Carlene does have a group cruise, solo group cruise. You want to chime in on that?
Sure. I appreciate you for allowing me to plug. So Sig the Solo Cruiser, myself and DJ Daniel Experience, we are teaming up for the ultimate solo group cruise, June 22nd through 26th, 2026 on Celebrity Reflection. I got Carnival on the brain. Celebrity Reflection. And we have catered like a whole itinerary for kind of everybody's vibe. And so if you're interested, email me at cwc@gmail.com, or you can also reach out to Sig or Jen, and we can give you a quote, and then hopefully you can join us for some solo cruise vibes.
And Trina, what I do know is if you go Vista class and higher, you don't have to worry about that dreaded shower curtain.
Right. Answer that question. Can I make it to the bottom?
Did we make it? I think we made it.
I think I made it to the
Yeah,
bottom.
we made it to the bottom. So, okay, guys, we're going to get ready to wrap this thing up. If you have any last minute questions, please drop them in the chat right now. We've held our guests for a long time. We did not expect to be on here that long,
Not
but
at
hey,
all.
here it is. So, as we start to wrap this up, guys, do you have any closing comments about Celebration Key, about things that are coming up with your channel? Anything you want to say before we close this segment? Let's start with the traveling type.
Yeah.
If you are on the beach and you hear those lifeguards blowing that whistle telling you to get out of the water, please take heed to that. While we were there was a shark sighting. So if they are blowing that whistle, it is for your safety. Get out.
That. Yes. What's up, Lee?
Hey, Lee.
What's up?
Yes.
Do you have any upcoming video? I know you already dropped your video on Celebration Key. Do you have any other content coming up? I know you were in.
They've been
Italy.
all over the world.
Any upcoming content?
We still have a lot from our Italy trip that is coming out.
Italy,
Greece, all of those.
Croatia. Yeah, we still got a bunch of stuff to throw out.
Y'all heard them.
You heard them. Make sure you check out the traveling type. Make sure you
And
subscribe.
then we'll be on Star.
See,
Next
Stars
month,
on
so.
stars.
stars on stars.
That's it.
What you got going on in your life, Paul?
So this week I released the I said I walked for more than an hour, so I released the tour of Celebration Key, and today I released my full review of Pearl Cove, what I thought about it in detail, prices and all, and then after a few, I did record some stuff for Carnival Conquest, and then I'm going back to showcase my Norwegian Fjords cruise that I did on Sky Princess. So those are the things that are coming up for my channel.
Okay. All right, Oprah.
I am working on getting out the what is it? The refined version of the Celebration Key Carnival Conquest. As you all know, the one that went out Sunday was the rough cut, literally quick edit. And then I guess first I'm saying in public, I announced this morning yesterday evening that I will be on the Shakedown cruise on Star of the Seas August 9th.
Oh,
So if you are interested in seeing that first look, same rough cut, probably, of Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas, go ahead and hit subscribe now. Don't wait because you're going to forget. Is it See It with C, S-E-E, S-E-A? No, just go ahead and hit subscribe now so that you can get the first look at Star of the Seas.
When I tell you about Carlene, I was at the Pearl Beach Club, and then I saw a notification pop up. I was like, what? She already posted her first video. I was like, whoa. I'm like, you're still out, you're still chilling. She's like, I'm putting this content out.
Yeah.
Serious.
She was working. So all of you guys are, but yeah, be sure again, you guys check out the traveling type, check out Travel with PNB, check out See It with C. We were also on board with Phil and D Travel Spree, with MH Family Adventures. There was so many others. So look at all the content from for Celebration Key. If you have any questions for us, we still have more content coming. And I know after that, if you don't know, we were on MSC World America, so we have that content that is coming out. And we also took some trips that you may not even know about. And we have that content that's coming out as well. So be sure to stay tuned. And hey, with us, you never know where we're going to show up because we just, pop up, pop out.
Show out.
That's what we do. So we want to thank all of you guys for being here. Like we said, it's a Friday night. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us. Shout out to the 60 real homies who are still rocking with us. Thank you to all of our channel members who are here.
And shout out to Keisha H, the mods of the moderators. So thank her for showing up and showing out.
Yes, and for Rod.
And for
Rod.
Rod.
Travel. He was trying to do his thing. He said, he was doing, but you were doing your thug things. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Bob Will. But anyways, guys, we're out. We held the guests for a long. Thank you guys for being here.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
All right. Like we end every video. YF, see you later.